ability to pull through 90 degrees and bring your forward firing weapons to bear shows what a wonderful air-to-air fighter this aircraft is. The Patria company, and they began to be delivered in June 1995, replacing the prowess in the air-to-air role. In at the very slow, from the right. Onto the ground centre before climbing again, while some days battling this 15-ton beast which has been buffeted by the wind. Joining JT in the cockpit today is 2019 display co-pilot Flight Lieutenant Am Jewett, and joined the RAF in 2008 and subsequently completed his rotary flying training. He joined 18B Squadron in 2016 and is a member of the mighty... He now takes the brakes away fuel, form a 60-degree offset wing over away from Newark Crowd Centre. Flown by the Royal Air Force, the Chinook is actually operated under the Tri-Service Joint Helicopter Command. It remains in high demand due to its large cabin capable of carrying up to 40 fully equipped, the role which the force fulfilled under fire during Operation Inherent in Afghanistan. Accelerating towards you before breaking away to the left. With today's light winds, you should feel the sound of the aircraft. Tricolore on March the 1st, 1961. And as a tradition, we would like to begin our show standing and singing loudly with the emotional notes of our national anthem. The first change in configuration diamond of Frecce Tricolori Pony 1 at the edge. The formation leader, Major Stefano Vitti, in the very center of the diamond Pony 6, the first lot as a day hour solo. Let's go up, addressed to his viewing man by the voice of Pony 1, and this will be the great separation of the Cardiol. And so let's introduce him. This was the Lomsovak of the number 10 of Frecce Tricolori, ladies and gentlemen, our solo major, Massimiliano Salvatore. Solo.
5 kilometers of the green, white, red of our Italian.
P1M versions. The work being done locally by the Zaporozhye State Air Repair Plant, and the first updated aircraft came into service in 2014. Great photograph. Team leader has rolled inverted. Number 2, beneath him in mirror formation. Number 3, rolling around their smoke.
Yes, that's Sharif Hatouk, number 3, left wing, F5 pilot with over 7,000 hours experience.
The right wing man, meanwhile, Tamer Al-Majali, who graduated from King Hussein Air College in 2006. Display onto different axes all the time.
We have Arabic music there in the background. Quite apart from regular participation by... So here comes the 3 ship from the left. As they rejoin, the raid will give us a nice, surprising, humble rejoin out of this rejoin. Number 4 pulls up. The 2019 Royal Jordan. Get your cameras ready, listen out for those Merlin engines as we see them coming round for the first of the crowd left passes. RAF Lucas. It's previously been posted to RAF Valley in 2007 on instructional duties on the Hawk T1.
Lancaster joined the BPMF in 1973, initially at Coltishall, moving with the flight to Coningsby in 1976. PA 474 was officially adopted by the City of Lincoln in 1975, and permission was granted for the aircraft to display the coat of arms and the name of the city on its nose, which it will always do, regardless of which colour scheme it's painted on. As we see the fighters go down the
loop. We have Mike Ling and Kirsty Murphy on left and right, and completing the lineup, flying at the back, is New Zealand native James McMillan. They now pull up into the vertical, at the top of which they will perform opposition pushovers and mirrored stall turns. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Falling Angels. So get your cameras at the ready now. One of the beautiful elements of the extra is the fact that everything feels so close. This, as they charge towards us, is the crossfire break. So Andy and James will now... He's in his second year with the team now, and he loves flying the Extra 300. One of the best things about this aeroplane though, folks, is that it's got 2 seats, and James loves nothing more than flying people from our base at Sywell in Northamptonshire. So make sure you go onto our website, blades.com, click on an unforgettable experience day, get yourself signed up, and you could be flying this manoeuvre with James in the back. Monday here at the International Air Tattoo. Now, the rest of the team coming in from the left in a firm crowd favourite, one that we love to see your photographs of as well via social media. It looks a little bit crazy, and that's why we've called it the Crazy. Andy Evans at the front, inverted, with Kirsty and Mike kicking in a full load of rudder, as James the Nutter barrel rolls around the lot. It's a lot of fun. Pull up into the vertical. And this next manoeuvre is called the fan brake.
Holding the bank. Now. Ready. Split. Split. Go.
As I mentioned, we have our corporate sponsors at the Blades. We also have our charity partners. So they're going to pull up now into the vertical, and this next manoeuvre we call Lomshavaks, which is Czech for hangover or headache, and I'll let you figure out why we decided to call this manoeuvre that. And at the centre we'll see, and we were really thrilled last weekend as Ben reached the podium and claimed the 2nd place finish in Kazan. He'll then go on to Tokyo to hopefully continue his amazing performance. And you can keep up with all of the latest information from the Blades race team on our website, Champagne Split. So as I said at the start of the display, this is our first time displaying in front of you folks here at the International Air Tattoo. The pilots have been extremely thrilled to do so. I know at the end of
Team, the red arrow!
Red 1 leading the aircraft over in big battle formation. The patriotic red, white and blue smoke flowing behind as they enter the first bend to the left. Red 1. On the left of Red 1 in Phoenix is Red 3 Squadron Leader Mike Bowden. Mike has formerly flown the Harrier and the Tornado. He's previously served on the team and rejoins us for 2000. Our board calls Red 9 as Reds 8 and 9 with the coloured smoke roll around the other aircraft. Red 1 about to bend the formation to the left, changing smoke colour as they go. It's Tornado. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Red Arrows!
Flight, static SAM, 160 degrees, 3 kilometers. Radar acquired, chapping, merge target. Gunner target, FCR. Tally target, identified hostile SAM, 3.2 kilometers. Tip in, 170, action missile.
With the threat detected by the Apache's powerful radar, the rear seat pilot has handed the target to the front seat gunner in order to positively identify the threat visually with the cameras. The pilot must then position the aircraft for weapons release.
Heading 170, missile from the left rail, arcs clear, in constraint.
Flying the aircraft into position, the pilot has set the conditions for the front seat gunner to engage the target with a radar-guided Hellfire missile.
In constraint, RFL fire tracking, valid range, firing.
The gunner has identified further enemy vehicles and calls for the pilot to reposition the aircraft for another strike, this time electing for a salvo of rockets, followed by high explosive 30mm cannon rounds. The target will be acquired and tracked by the gunner, providing a steering cursor to aid the pilot who will aim and fire the rockets.
Tally armour, rocket to gun, action rockets. Go co-op, match and shoot. Co-op rockets, match and shoot, firing. The action rockets, actioning gun, 10 round burst, valid range, firing.
Converting speed to height, the pilot minimises the threat of ground fire, this time with a 360-degree wing over, making tracking and predicting the aircraft's flight difficult for an enemy attempting to engage. The Apache is of course usually operated in pairs and can be teamed with other platforms such as the Wildcat battlefield reconnaissance helicopter, also operated by the Army Air Corps, forming a critical component of the land battle. Air missile. The threat call is communicated within the cockpit, instructing the pilot to conduct another rocket strike for alternate attack heading.
Great, command back 12 o'clock. Plan. We're passing Charlie 2, target rocket.
The crew then work together to update a set of pre-engagement checks, ensuring all systems are configured correctly for another strike.
We are recording arcs clear, clearance is self-defense, acquisition source Tango 03, site is tabbed, rocket selected, go co-op. Roger, going co-op, 4 rockets for effect, weapons armed and action. Deactivate nav range, match and shoot. Match and shoot. Firing. Good set, no misfires.
With the SAM threat eliminated, the crew can climb into a wheel, circling the target to assess and ensure a decisive effect has been achieved. The gunner's scan with the cameras is interrupted as the pilot spots
to the 5,200. Air-to-air refueling capable, which is particularly useful for the long-range special operations role that this CV-22B model performs.
This is amazing!
And there we are, starting to see the transition into helicopter mode with those rotors in those huge nacelles tilting. Up 3,000 feet. This CD-22 model performs long-range missions in support of US Special Operations Command forces. It infiltrates those forces into the battle zone, resupplies them once they're there, and then exfiltrates them afterwards. It's got a combat radius of 500 nautical miles with a single internal auxiliary. Interestingly, the pilots are able to use the Osprey's tilt rotor capabilities to assist in their low-level missions, because in more restrictive terrain, the rotors can be tilted upwards and the aircraft slowed to help it make tighter turns and stay lower over terrain. But the aircraft performance also gives the